I refuse to get a job. I'm not going to get a job.
I know good and darn well y'all don't want me to come work.
And they can't help me with any of my bills anymore.
Like this was my fault. Like I did this to myself. Oh, y'all on here talking about y'all so tired, y'all big mad, y'all some working class people, y'all tired. I got 6 kids and I was only left with $60 and y'all mad about me and my 6 kids and $60. Y'all talking about y'all work, y'all did all this working and still struggling, talking about, oh, I worked, I did this. Then you talking about, oh, my mama had 5 kids and worked in the bar and didn't ask for help, and we are so tired, like so tired, like a whole big chunk of your money is taking care of me and my kids, like a big chunk, like y'all real like tired. Like how y'all so tired like that? Y'all get real big mad, like they really going off in the comments at me. But 8,000 comments talking about, like, I really don't understand why y'all so mad at me. Like, why are y'all so mad at me? Because I got 6 kids and I was left with only $60 of food stamps. Like, y'all telling me you need to go back on your back and, oh, why would you even have kids? You can't even feed them. What? A child is a blessing. A child is a blessing. You was ever told a child is a blessing? Like, come on, y'all real big mad. Y'all doing y'all big ones in the comments, though. Like, I really don't know why I'm getting so much hate. I really don't know why. Why are y'all being so mean to me and being so hurtful in the comments? Like this was my fault. Like I did this to myself. Y'all not even talking about the man. What about the man? What about the man?
Welcome to another session, guys, where we go through videos of people who try to claim rights on what is clearly not theirs to claim.
So I don't know if many of you know this, but I live in Idaho. And they are passing a law stating that you cannot use food stamps to buy candy or soda. So now I am going to move to another state. I'm sorry, but you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot buy with my food stamps. If I want to buy 20 cases of soda, well, guess what? I'm buying 20 cases of soda. If I want to buy 5 pounds of candy, then I should be able to buy 5 pounds of candy. I only use my food stamps to buy junk. That's how I keep my whole pantry stocked. That's how I keep my 6 kids happy, because it's all they eat. They only eat junk food. So I'm about to start a petition to ban this law because this is against human rights. Humans should be able to consume anything and everything that they please, even if it's on the government's dime. So since I'm leaving Idaho, what state do you think I should move to? Which is the best state that I could, move me and my 7 kids to? Possibly a state that you could just use your food stamps for whatever you want.
Well, you are wrong. Humans eat what they hunt or work for. When a comment tried to explain, it was clear they were talking to a wall. Yikes, she really believes that is disgusting.
You can no longer receive food stamps unless A, you work a minimum of 20 hours a week, or B, you volunteer your time for at least 20 hours a week. So you're telling me, I'm on food stamps. I need food for my 6 kids, okay? I need help from the state, okay, from the taxpayers to support me and my 6 kids. To continue to receive that help, I have to work 20 hours a week or volunteer somewhere with no pay at all for 20 hours a week. How does that even make sense? It makes no sense at all. The reason I got on food stamps is because I don't have a job. I refuse to get a job. I'm not going to get a job. It is the taxpayers' responsibility to support me and all of my kids. It's not my responsibility. It's the taxpayers. So no, I'm not going to work, and you're not going to take my food stamps away. Period.
I speak for most people when I say we definitely don't share the last name, so yeah, my responsibilities definitely don't extend to you, bum.
So more EBT benefits and SNAP shit talk, right? In regard to there not being federal classification on what classifies a food to be labeled as junk. Okay? If we don't have federal classification, who the fuck is deciding? Riddle me that. Who is deciding what foods are being restricted to this population and what foods aren't? Because that's essentially what you're doing. Again, we're restricting junk foods. And as a normal taxpayer, I would want to be like, hey, well, what do you mean by junk foods? Huh? I don't know. That's what that guy said. And then that guy's like, oh, I don't know. That's what that guy said. I would bring that I want to see who that person is. Right? It's only fair. It's only fair. Who the fuck is deciding that? I don't think that's a absurd question to ask as a taxpayer. Whichever side you're on. Whichever fucking side you're on. It don't matter. Also, I saw somebody make a good point on, I should have thought of this too when I made the video, but in regard to food deserts, the people that are qualifying for EBT, some of them may not have cars. Aww. Right? How the fuck are they going to drive 20-25 minutes to their grocery store? Are you going to fucking bicycle to a grocery store for 20-25 minutes? Oh, sorry, that's not even going to take you 25. If it's taking you 20 minutes in a car, it's going to take you like an hour or more plus on a bike. So they don't have the transportation. But you know what's close? Convenience stores. Convenience stores where they have the candy. They have the frozen desserts, the frozen meals. Right? What people would consider junk food. But again, there's no classification for that. So again, people aren't thinking this through. There needs to be an ounce of compassion in these conversations, right? But there isn't. Now, I'm not saying that some people don't abuse benefits and shit, because I feel like a lot of people that are, so pro restriction shits think that, oh yeah, you're fucking abusing this. I'm not gonna pay for that shit. Fuck that. Understandably so. But if you just take the time and think of the position that some of these families are in, not all of them, but a lot of the positions that these people that are receiving EBT benefits are, I think you would change your mind on a lot of
Firstly,
things.
what do you mean by they need to classify junk food? Your whole tone and delivery was pointless and stupid. People don't realize the level of support these people have. This next video shows it.
Are you taking the advantage of all of your EBT benefits? A lot of people don't know that EBT card is worth so much more than your SNAP benefits. How many of you have the Propel app downloaded? You can download it at your app store. It's free in the United States. It helps you keep up with your transactions. It helps you keep up with the balances and all that type of stuff on your EBT card. Now let's get to the good stuff. Your EBT card can help you get so many freebies and so many discounts. It helps you get a discount on Amazon Prime. It helps you with more than half off at Walmart when you're doing the delivery of your groceries. It also helps you get a huge discount on your internet service. How about a $10 internet service with AT&T? It helps families get into museums, the mom and the kids, for absolutely free. Your EBT card can get you discounts at the YMCA. Y'all, it's hot. The kids want to go to the YMCA. It can also give you a discount on your gas and electric bill. Just contact the companies. It has so many benefits. Y'all, please spread the message. I need everybody to download that Propel app and start taking advantage of all of your EBT benefits if you're not already.
Let's call them what they actually are, evil. They would rather freeload off people who have even more bills, coupled with working hours. You can't make this up, and they are still complaining.
And another thing, this EBT thing, people are mad as hell that people who are poor are getting food. They're mad that they're getting snacks or soda or something. And it's like, okay, let's say that people with EBT don't get soda. Like, they're not allowed to get soda anymore, right? You see how nothing changed in your life? You see how I said people with EBT and you weren't one of them and it didn't affect you? Is all the soda gone? Like, is there a soda shortage? Did you want it that bad? Or you were the only one that's allowed to get soda? I'm not understanding. I'm really not getting it, because at the end of the day, You're not affected about it at all, right? So let's say that they could only get, like healthy food with it. And let's say that you are saying you're affected because you're like, oh, I'm setting my tax dollar on it. Either way, if they get vegetables or they get soda, you're still gonna have to pay the tax dollars, right? So I don't really understand what's going on where it's like, I'm not funding bad habits. What do you mean? You smoke weed 24/7. I don't get it.
You're saying you don't get that if I work for my money, I can buy whatever I want and they can't? Yeah, buddy, you need to go back to elementary school to learn basic ethics.
You can't get lashes, you can't get your hair done, you can't buy no lobster, you can't buy no crab, you can't go on no trips, you can't have a life because you on welfare or you asking for food stamps. You can't live. You just have to be on welfare and suffer. You can't get your nails done, no hair, no lips, no TVs, no cars, no nada, no nothing. You can't even eat. You just gotta eat noodles. Cause you getting food stamps, so you can't get no lashes, you can't do no eyebrow, you can't none of that, no get your toes done, you can't do that. You can't even go to the beauty supply store and buy some hair. You can't even buy packed braiding hair to braid your own hair. That's a problem. Okay. My bad. Can't even eat no lobster. You can't even have no soda, no chips, no cookies, no nothing. Just noodles, oodles and noodles, and a sandwich.
This is so funny, because she is literally making points for us. You cannot expect to experience life the same way, or sometimes better than the people who work for their money and then pay for your lifestyle.
I know good and darn on well y'all don't want me to come work. I know good and darn on well y'all don't want me to come and work. Do y'all see the way y'all talk to me on TikTok? So if I come out there and work with y'all, how y'all gonna treat me? Y'all treat me like shit. I'm not gonna come out there and work with y'all. Y'all don't know how to treat people. You're disrespectful. I don't know if you even like people of my color. I'm not coming out there working with y'all, mingling with y'all. Y'all are some rude ass people. No, I'm not gonna be able to do it. You better be pissed off than pissed off. Y'all don't know how to treat people. The way y'all talk to me in those comments. If any of y'all out there working at any building that I get a job at, I don't want a job. Keep them up. Keep it. Y'all don't know how to treat people. It's the way you treat people. You don't know how to talk to people. If I come out there, that's how y'all gonna treat me? Oh, I'm not coming. Nope, gotta make another way.
Just more excuses. You all really need to stop trying to score pity points. You're bad at it.
Okay, I need your opinion on this, right? There was this girl I was working with a few years ago. Unfortunately, she lost her job. I don't know how she managed, but she lost her job and she ended up losing her place or whatsoever. So she reached out to me. She was like, girl, is there any space you can give me to stay while I find a job? I'm like, what you mean? You want to live here free? She was like, no, fortunately for me, I was able to get approved for food stamp and I get almost $800. So I want to give you the food stamp to live in the spot that you're going to give me so you can use the food stamp until I find a job. I was like, okay, deal. Almost $800. That's a whole lot of, that's a whole lot of good food. I can add that to the cash I usually afford to buy food and all my 3 freezers might be full. So I told her, go ahead, move in. I told her I got an office downstairs. I'm just going to clear it out for you. I cleared her office. She moved in, okay? She gave me the food stamp and the pin to the food stamp card. I went all out. I'm like, girl, our food is very expensive, okay? I went to the international store. I went to the African stores, all the ones I like to shop to. I bought everything that I need. I mean, I had some lobster too, okay? I had some red sniper fish, the ones I can afford to buy with my hard-earned money. I stacked up on food. All my 3 freezers were full. After stacking up, 2 days later, I come from work. I see this girl cooking up in the kitchen. She's cooking up the food that I bought with the food stamp card that she traded in to pay for my rent. I look at her, I was like, girl, did you go grocery shopping? She was like, no, the food you bought, I'm just cooking some for the house. I'm like, for the house? Okay, no problem. I just went upstairs. The next day she said she had some errands to run. Once she went, I got a big SUV. I laid the seat down. I started unloading all 3 of my freezers. I unloaded the refrigerator, all the freezer that came with the refrigerator. I unloaded everything. I packed it in my car. I took it to my sister, including the food she cooked. I allowed her kids to eat or whatsoever. They went upstairs to go play. I took the food she cooked as well. I took it to my sister's house. I went upstairs. I laid down. She came back. And she went to go get some of the food she cooked. It wasn't there. She came to my room, opened the door, peep, and she was like, girl, the refrigerator is empty. And I checked the freezer, there's nothing. I was like, yeah. I took it all to my sister's house. She was like, why? I said, because you traded the food stamp for me to buy food in place of your rent. So you're not gonna sit here and eat up the food. It's like you gonna be literally living rent free. She was like, are you for real? I said, I'm so serious. You're not gonna eat that food. She was like, even my kids? I was like, even your kids who are getting free child care. Every time you leave the house, they just chill with my older kids. You're not paying for that. You just wanna live free, so no. So your kids not gonna eat. I was like, you don't know my sister's address. When we hungry, we just gonna go to my sister's house, eat, wipe our mouths, and then come back and sit down here. She was like, wow. She's like, now I've seen mean people, but you a mean A.B. I was like, oh, you gonna call me out my name? I was like, girl, I don't have no arguments with you, okay? I'm just standing on the agreement we made here. You gave it to me for me to shop for my family, not for you to come and eat it up, okay? But you already paid for this month, so you can stay, but you're not eating that food. She was like, wow, this is unbelievable. I need to hurry up, find a job, and get the F up out of here. I was like, sorry.
If they cannot pity a fellow human who gave a helping hand to them, do you think they'll consider you whom they have never met? And the reason they feel entitled is because of this enabling
I
system.
got a letter in the mail yesterday that told me that my housing stuff was like defunded and they can't help me with any of my bills anymore, including electric and gas. And if I were to move, they couldn't help me move anymore. So it's super cool as a single mom that literally can't work a ton because I have my son. So that's sick. And then my son's in early intervention, and yesterday they came and they told me they can't help me with gas cards anymore, which put gas in my car so that way I could take my son to appointments and play groups and literally like the grocery store. My phone shuts off tomorrow, my internet's off, I can't pay my electric, and then they just defunded all of that stuff, and now I don't get help with anything.
I do feel bad for the kid, but you chose to have this child thinking you'll just depend on the government all your life. That is the last one, guys. See you next time.